The more you think about it, like pretty much everything that I've done has been a crazy idea. Let's start a team and let's go win some stuff. Day one at Operation Sail, we actually wore these hoodies to the captain's meeting, and on the back of the hoodie it says cashing checks, breaking necks. And that's a pretty bold statement, you know, being a brand new team. Like, what do we know about cashing checks? Like, we just started, this is our first tournament as a team. Like, we're gonna go out there and we're gonna win. The first day, it was crazy because I think we ended up in like 31st place. We only had one release the first day. We went back to the house, and I was like, it's time to make a decision. Go back south and we fish where everybody else is fishing, or we go where nobody else is. And that's exactly what we did. Saturday morning we headed out and it was super rough. And at the time we were in a 36-foot yellowfin. And not that that's a small boat, but it's definitely not a full-size sport fish. For how rough it was, definitely a mission to get where we wanted to go. We know that we knew that we wanted to head north, and we kind of like had to take that Hail Mary approach. It was like, all right, we're gonna go north, we're gonna try it. If it works, we're gonna maybe have a really, really good day, or, you know, we maybe go south later on in the day. So we went north, and in the morning it was funny because there was a lot of other boats around us. I think Catch 23 was right next to us. There's a lot of other big boats kind of stacked up around us there in West Palm, and we ended up just getting tight right away. And I remember we had like 2 or 3 releases pretty much like right away, and other boats really weren't doing much, and a lot of the boats ended up going south. That was pretty much the decision. It was either go north or go south. Go south where everybody else was, or go north and take a chance. Take a chance and hopefully it'll pay off. And we learned a lot, right? It was our first year. A lot of things that we could have done better. We could have been more prepared. We could have had more bait. We could have just had more stuff in general. And that's stuff you're just gonna learn in time. So for us, it was really important to just get out there as much as possible. We're a new team. We need to be fishing as much as we can. And I think that really benefited us because we were out there so much. Liquidated Fishing, for me, is just such a better name than what we had before. And I won't get all deep into it, but the name that we had before, the deal, it didn't work out. And I think Liquidated really just kind of was like, that's a cool name. You know, I kind of bounced around with some guys and I'm like, Liquidated. I'm into the stock market stuff, liquidated money. Yeah, it makes sense. So pretty much just came up with a name for the team, and I think it's stuck, and now it kind of like has a little bit of, you know, a story behind it. I really want to win. Almost, I wouldn't say more than anyone else, but like I really want to win, and there's a reason for that. Like it's like I want to go out, I want to put in a show, I want to cash checks and do what we said we were gonna do, break necks and cash checks. Danny, I know Danny wants to win just as much as I do, but when it comes to, you know, finding other people who also want to win just as much, who also want to like really put it in and put it on the line, like it's hard because not everyone's as invested, right? When you have all this money on the line, when you have your kind of like reputation, this team, like now Liquidated is like my team, and I want to make sure that when we go out fishing that it's like we're representing ourselves in the right light, and you know, we show up and people are like, damn, like Liquidated, they get it done. You know, just this last weekend we fished in the meat fishing tournament here in Pompano, the Saltwater Slam. It's a one-day tournament, it's meat fishing. To be honest, we don't really like care about meat fishing. It's fun, but I would prefer to not go meat fishing. I'd prefer to go sail fishing or go try to get some marlin, or I don't really know. Anything other than meat fishing, honestly, for me, just it doesn't really do it. But we had the tournament on Saturday. We got it done. We had the largest tuna. We weighed 7 fish, and we still ended up in 4th place. So 4th place out of 58 boats with only 7 fish. I feel like that's an accomplishment for sure. Like we definitely could have, you know, had some more weight. We could have upgraded some of the kings. We could have got one more tuna and maybe been, you know, top 3, top maybe 2nd place if we really kind of made it happen. But it definitely is very, like, I'm very motivated. We're as a team, it's very motivated because I think, you know, the level that I'm at, or the level that I want the team to be at, is at the highest level, especially now. You know, now we actually have something to back this up. We have the burgundy jackets. We have what we did. You know, we were the #1 small boat, everything under 37 feet. We won every single tournament for the Quest for the Quest. Operation Sailfish, Sailfish Challenge, Final Sail. We were the top small boat in all 3 of those tournaments. We were also, you know, the top semi-pro team in the first tournament. We did a lot of, I feel like we did a lot of things as a brand new team, and we were the first team to win the series on a 36-foot boat as well. A brand new team. You know, everyone on our team, I might be the oldest guy on the team, to be honest. I'm 35 and everybody else is probably a little bit younger than me. We've got some young guns in the 20s, so, you know, we got a lot of young, hungry guys. You know, we got Trey Wheeler, his dad, Eddie Wheeler, is a captain on a really prestigious boat, the Cabana. They've won a lot of tournaments. We've got the bloodline, right? We've got like these young guns who are really motivated, who want to win, who want to kind of get their names out there. So it's a good place to be. I think Danny, the captain, Danny Clinton, he also has a lot to prove, right? He's kind of like been on different boats, fished on different tournament teams, and this is his first team as the captain and kind of really running the show here. And I think there's nothing more valuable than giving somebody responsibility, right? Being like, hey, at the end of the day, Liquidated, yeah, it's my team, but Danny, like, everyone knows that you're the captain. Everybody knows that if Liquidated wins, that the captain is obviously a huge factor in that. And if Liquidated does bad, again, the captain is a huge factor in that. Like, I'm just a YouTuber who makes money on the internet and goes out and gets lucky, catches some fish. He's a captain. Like, that's his career. That's what he wants to do with his life. And, you know, I'm all for it, supporting him and getting him out there and making it happen. But I think for him personally, he's definitely got a lot more, you know, on the line in terms of like making it happen, especially because he knows that I'm expecting a lot. He knows that I want to win. He knows that if we go out and we don't do well, that things could sour. It's not that I want things to sour, but, you know, I want the guys to know that there is a very high level expectation. So very much like, yeah, we want to win, we want to have fun, we want to be a team, but also like everyone's got a job and everyone's got to be able to do that job and make things happen. Very interesting as our first year as a team, kind of figuring out everything, like whose role is what. And then for me personally, being the owner of the team kind of comes with the responsibility as well. You know, I got to make sure everything's paid for and kind of responsible for the team itself. But I also, like, I want to perform. You know, I want to go out there and when things are on the line, when we need more fish, we need more weight, I want to catch it. The last tournament, I think I caught 2 kingfish that we weighed, a tuna that we weighed as well. Obviously the team, everyone's there working together, but as the owner, there's kind of this motivating factor for me to want to push everybody to stay at a very high level. When you're fishing for 6, 7 hours, 8 hours a day, it's hard to like get through that slow period. You know, when the bite's going off, there's fish getting caught, everybody's hyped up. But when the bite is slow, that's when it's hard to keep the energy high. So trying to keep the energy high, like that really is depending on me and Danny. Important for me to make sure that I set an example for everybody else. Keep the level high, keep the expectations high, and keep fishing hard. Because if I'm not fishing hard, how do I expect anyone else on the team to fish hard? And I guess evolving as a team, we've made some changes. We brought some new guys in. I was looking for kind of somebody to come in and work with us and try to find new talent and new guys that are hungry as a boat, as a team, that we can really kind of find those younger guys and put them in the right place and get them on the fish and give them the opportunity to shine where other boats maybe wouldn't give them a chance because they're younger or they just don't have the resume. But I'd rather have somebody who really doesn't have the experience but doesn't have an ego, and someone who is motivated and someone that's hungry, someone that wants to win, that wants to be a part of this team. Like, that's really the big thing for me now, and it's hard. It's hard to find people that are really gonna buy into that because the expectations are so high. Other people might think about it as like, oh man, Patrick, he's an asshole. Oh, he's a dick. He's really hard on people. Expectations, and I want things done a certain way, and we want things done a certain way. We want the boat looking good. We want the rods looking good. We want everything looking good. We want to be on it. We want to make shit happen. So it definitely is a bit of a battle. You bring somebody in who might have a different kind of outlook on life. Maybe they're not so motivated. Maybe they're not so hungry. They don't see the issue with the boat being dirty. They don't see the issue with the rods not looking good. Like, Like, what's it matter? We're just going fishing. But we're not just going fishing. Like, this is a team, and we have very high expectations, and we want to deliver on everything as a team. And as the owner, I want people to see Liquidated. I want them to be like, damn, like those guys do it right. Those guys, they fish, they look good doing it, and they know what they're doing. And that's the big goal for us. We started this fishing team, number one, to obviously have fun. We want to go out fishing and fucking love this shit. But number two, like, I'm a competitive person. I want to win, and I want to win big. Like, I don't just want to go out and beat, you know, some random people. Like, I want to beat the best of the best. So fishing in the Sailfish series is definitely that level, right? Like, if you're gonna try to say that you're good at fishing, put it on the line when it matters, because anybody can go out and catch fish and get lucky, but doing it consistently for an entire series and winning a burgundy jacket, I don't know, it's a totally different ball game. There's a lot of people who have fished in the Quest for the Crest series and that have never even gotten close to winning a burgundy jacket. And there are some teams who have won it multiple times. So people ask me, like, is fishing luck? I think there's always a little bit of luck to life, right? Everybody has a little bit of luck. Everybody gets a little lucky. Maybe they, you know, get lucky and get a lucky job or whatever it is. Everyone gets a little bit of luck. But what it comes down to is, like, when you get lucky, when that opportunity comes along, how are you able to capitalize off? You might have got lucky a few times, but at the end of the day, like, there's no way that you're lucky that consistently. You can't be lucky for months on end. Like, you might get lucky one time, but to do it consistently, to place in the top 5 for 3 tournaments in a row, that's a lot more than luck. And it really comes down to just the overall team really, you know, wanting it. And if people don't want it, if people don't believe it, then it's not gonna happen. And again, that kind of goes back to me, goes back to Danny. Is Danny setting the bar high? Is Patrick setting the bar high? You know, is there doubt? You know, when we're down, when we're you know, day 1 and we only have 1 fish and there's 1 more day in the tournament, is there doubt? Are people wondering, is it possible? Or are we like, hey, all right, it is what it is, you know, day 2, let's get it, let's make it happen. So that's the big difference between being basically a loser and being a winner. You know, winners don't think about, oh, we might lose. You know, oh, you know, if you're gonna win, you're gonna win. So you have to believe it, and you're gonna believe it until the very last second. You're not gonna give up halfway through. You're not gonna just be like, well, it's over, there's no chance. Because there's always a chance, especially with sail fishing. That opportunity to get a bite never ends. So it's a huge obligation, I feel like, for myself to always kind of keep that bar high. And, you know, I'm excited to kind of see where the future holds. We want to do more. We want to travel. We want to go marlin fishing. We want to keep making really badass content and doing cool stuff. So the goal for Liquidated really is to just keep putting out videos, keep making things happen, and keep winning.